Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys checking today's video out. It is sure to irritate some people and make some people happy, as usual, that most of my videos do. But today we're going to have a sort of a fun discussion and talk about the top 5 states that I think have the best bass anglers in the country. And going to go through that list, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sort of giving my opinion based upon why I say that. And of course, I'd be curious to get everybody's opinion on theirs too, and the reasons they feel like that. Real quick, just wanted to give you guys the reminder. We have the Father's Day sale at Solar Bat, 30% off on any glasses you order there. I'll include the Solar Bat link in the description, and you guys can check out the Randy Blockett 2 model Solar Bat sunglasses and get you some of those for Father's Day. It'd be much appreciated. Okay, guys, let's get into this a little bit. Now, when I say this, I don't mean to, diss anybody's state or anybody's feelings. I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on what I think are the states that have the 5 best bass anglers and go through my criteria with that. So I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So anyway, coming in at number 5 is the state of Arkansas. Arkansas is famous to known to a lot of famous fishermen. You got Larry Nixon, Mark Davis, Ron Sheffield, a lot of different good fishermen there. One of the reasons I put Arkansas in the top 5 is they have and I'll talk about this a lot, is they have a diversity of fisheries there. You've got lakes like Bull Shoals that are gin clear and deep, and then you've got some river systems in the south part of the state that are dirty and muddy, and everything in between. So Arkansas stood the test of time, that has continually put out marquee level bass anglers, and I think a lot of that is due to the diversity of water they have to fish there. Number 4, I'm picking Tennessee. And Tennessee is sort of the same thing. Tennessee it's got a lot of different type of water everywhere from like Lake Barkley in the western part of the state to some of the eastern fisheries like Lake Douglas, Lake Chickamauga, a lot of different type of waters. You got a mix of rock, you got grass there, and that diversity gives anglers a chance to get well-rounded in their approach. Tennessee has not produced a lot of a big number of famous bass pros, but there's a lot of really stout local sticks there, regional and local sticks. And so many of the anglers I've ever met from Tennessee, I'm really impressed with their skill levels, so I put Tennessee at number 4. Number 3 is Missouri. I put Missouri on there, not because I'm from Missouri, but again, it's the same thing. We have a lot of different lakes in this country. We've got dirty water lakes like Truman Lake. We've got clear water lakes like Table Rock. A lot of good famous impoundments here. This state has produced a lot of really famous fishermen: Denny Brower, Guido and Dion Hibden, Stacy King, Charlie Campbell. Rick Lund lives in Missouri now. A lot of different good anglers there. And Missouri's got some of the most famous states in the country, some of those famous lakes in the country in terms of tournaments. And not only is Missouri produce a lot of marquee level anglers, but they have an extremely strong regional level of regional pros. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about my mentor Terry Thomas here. He's one of those guys. Elijah's out there playing with the water. Hold on a second. But Terry would have been a famous national pro if he chose to. So Elijah, stop. Here, gotta turn that off. Come on. I had to put that out there. He's getting everything soaked. So we're putting Missouri in at number 3 here. Okay, number 2 is Alabama. I put Alabama at number 2 simply because I'm guessing Alabama is probably one of the top 2 most famous bass fishing states in the country. Here's the thing about Alabama. In my tournament career, I probably won more money in the state of Alabama than I have in any state in the country, but I don't like fishing in Alabama because the lakes get hammered by so many good fishermen. Alabama is full of hammers. They're full of hammers from the tour level down to the local level down to the regional level. There's more quality anglers as far as on every single level in the state of Alabama than I believe there is in any state across the country. Again, you have a diversity of fisheries in Alabama. You got some clear water fisheries like Lake Martin in Alabama. You got the TVA river systems. You got Logan Martin. You've got a lot of different mix of largemouth and spotted bass. You got some Delta systems, you know, Mobile Delta, which is, you know, where I got one of my Bassmaster wins at. A lot of different good water in Alabama. Number one, guys, the number one state that I think has got the best bass fishermen in it is Texas. Texas is, in my opinion, has probably got the best fishery in the United States in terms of quality fish, simply because they have a really good fishing game department down there. Pretty strict. They do a lot of slot limits, and I think probably Texas has put out more marquee level anglers than any state in the country. I bet there's probably more national tournament wins that came from Texas anglers than anywhere. And the same with the regional hammers. It's full of regional hammers. One of the reasons I put Texas as number one is the fact that they've got so much water there. They've got so much good water, and everybody fishes there. It's just sort of part of the culture. Sort of like Alabama and Texas have a culture of fishing, and that's why those two states are 1 and 2, in my opinion. So anyway, guys, that's my top 5. Texas number 1, Alabama number 2, Missouri number 3, Tennessee number 4, and Arkansas number 5. And I got to get out of here to get Elijah's making another mess in there. Hey, put that down. Okay. We'll talk to you guys later. See you.